Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Misty. I'm a psychic and spirit medium and thank you for joining me today. Today I'll be doing a pick a card reading for the week ahead. I've put the cards into pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'd say let the crystals guide you to pick in the right pile, or if you need to, please do stop the video, let your intuition guide you to the right one, and we'll get straight into the reading and see what the universe, what spirit have in store for you for the next few days. And let's get straight into it. For those that have picked group 1, we've got relaxation, we've got friendship, we've got truth, we've got 10 of cups, we've got 5 of cups, we've got the magician. So the next few days, the next 7 days for those that have picked group 1, it's going to be quite an emotional week. Not necessarily negative, but we do have some regrets. So Spirit's saying that for some of you, maybe you've actually experienced breakdown in relationships, breakdown in family, or maybe some of you have got friendships where you're extremely close. It almost seems like, that's your sister, that's your brother, that's family for you. So if you've had kind of breakdowns in relationship, breakdown in communication, you can actually start to see those relationships being repaired, those connections actually being repaired. We do have regret here, so this could be you that they're showing us having regret. But overall, you are going to be able to speak your truth, or the person that you've had issues with, conflicts with, truth will be revealed. And I think, as that saying, that the truth will set you free. And I actually think that this truth will set you free in a positive light. It will allow you to reconnect with your person, reconnect with your friends, reconnect. For some of you, it's for relationships, it's romance. Be able to reconnect with your partner as well. Because essentially, this week, it's all about your relationships, it's about family, it's about friendship. So friendship is really, really important for you guys this week, is what Spirit's saying here. Some of you could be visiting family, could be visiting friends, maybe you have been feeling down. So Spirit's actually urging you to go home, to visit home, to be around people that love you. People that you feel connected with, people that you can actually let yourself, you can be your true self. And there is here a need for relaxation. So I do think this is all connected with you visiting family, visiting friends, reconnecting with people that maybe you've had a breakdown in relationships with, or essentially maybe there's just been really poor lack of communication. You've been feeling down. Maybe you haven't been feeling really good about your self-esteem, because that's also coming up with that magician energy. And Spirit's saying that this week, any blockages that you were facing, things are really, really starting to shift. Things are really starting to move forward here with the magician card. The magician says that, you can be anything that you want to be. You just have to put in the work. So if you've been maybe hoping for a reconnection with somebody special, a reconnection with family or friends, Spirit's saying that, this week is a perfect week for you guys to go out there, to go and reconnect with your loved ones, reconnect with your friendships, reconnect with people that, maybe you've got regret. It's about apologizing. It's about being able to be honest about why things break down. The truth is really important this week, which means you could be speaking your truth, or somebody is speaking their truth to you, but essentially it's all very positive. I'm not being shown anything negative here. This week is all about clearing negative energies, clearing the past, and actually being able to move forward and feeling happy and feeling safe and feeling comfortable here. Things that you want are going to be happening. You're going to get your wishes granted this week as well, but primarily Spirit's leaning towards more relationships, feelings, things that are very much about emotions. So I'm also being shown friendship, I'm being shown family here, I'm also being shown relationships. But whatever's been going on, I am being shown by Spirit that you are going to be able to reconnect. You are going to be able, essentially, to be able to put things together. And they're speaking about relaxation here. So some of you could be going to a spa trip this week. If you haven't booked one in, this would be a good time to get some time off work, time to focus on yourself, to be able to build your self-esteem, build your own confidence. Some of you have been feeling down here, you've been feeling shame, you've been feeling regret. Spirit doesn't want you to feel like that. And it's about you working your own feelings, working through what has happened before, and being able to leave it in the past, and essentially being really able to move forward here. For some of you, it's actually about meeting new friendships this week. So some of you can actually be quite surprised. You are going to be meeting really, really significant people that are going to be able to be great friends of yours. Some of you are actually meeting romantic interests that you are going to be able to have families with. So please, keep a note that some of you this week will be meeting really, really important people for your future, where it's meeting a soulmate, whether it's in a best friend format, someone that you truly connect with, someone that you're really able to have a close-knit friendship with. And for some of you, it's meeting boyfriend, it's meeting girlfriends that essentially will become lifelong partners, where you can essentially be thinking about building a family together, marriage, long term. So this week is really important. It's about relationships. For some of you, it's reconnecting with maybe lack of communication that you've had before, and being able to reconnect and really be on the good side of your connection and being able to forge strong foundations again. For some of you, it's meeting new people completely that are going to be very, very important in your life for the next 5 to 10 years, or for the longevity of your life here, because Spirit's saying that, we've got friendships coming in, we've got romance coming in, we've got even potential partners for, that you're going to have children with, you're going to be living together, you're going to be having that happy family, that happy ever after here. So this could be the week for some of you. Please let me know how you get on with that. With the Magician as well, some of you are very much forging your path, living in your truth, doing exactly what you want to do, whether it's creative endeavours, whether maybe it's going to take a course like painting or the creative arts. So you're doing things that make you happy, things that make you relax, because maybe you've been stuck in a job that's leaving you stressed, where you feel regretful, you feel like you haven't been able to do anything right. But that energy is starting to shift this week, that energy from feeling shameful to actually feeling empowered, to living in that truth of yours, living the life that you've wanted to live, and the life that's your destiny's path, your life purpose. So I'm seeing with that Magician, a lot of you having that willpower to go out there, live your dreams. Maybe it's about moving, maybe some of you are moving a location, some of you are moving home, some of you are kind of being public speakers, because that Magician's about communication. So communication is very, very important this week as well. So it's whether it's communicating with loved ones, or it's about communicating with yourself, communicating with those that you work with. But overall, it's a very warm week. We've got relaxation here, so I don't think it's going to be, it's not about high workload or being stressed in that way, but I do think it's about emotions. You are going to be feeling much happier than you have beforehand. I've got regret here, but you're going to be able to actually overcome it with that great communication that's brought in with that Magician energy and that truth energy, where things are going to be really, really strong. And we've got friendship. So overall, Spirit's saying that this week is going to be a very, very good week. It's a positive week. It's a week about connecting with loved ones, family, reconnecting, making new friends, maybe meeting your loved ones here, meeting soulmate energies as well. So overall, the week ahead, positive. If you've got anything that you wanted to do, any targets, any goals, this is the week to start planning those goals. This is the week where some of your wishes are going to be fulfilled with that Magician energy, because the Magician is able to do things that you don't necessarily had always maybe imagined or necessarily had always thought you could do. But we've got that here with that Magician energy, and with that Five of Cups energy, it's not necessarily that strong, which means that it's going to be overpowered. And if you have been feeling down, or maybe feeling shameful, feeling regret, it's not over. That's what Spirit's saying here. We've still got those 2 cups. So it's about seeing the opportunities around you. There are great opportunities around you here. And Spirit's saying, you've got all these cups. You've got those 10 of cups there. You've got those 2 of cups. There's still a lot of good things around you that, if you're able to just lift your head a little bit, able to breathe a little bit, you'll be able to see. But I do see that you're going to be able to overcome it. I'm seeing beach trips around the... I'm being shown, some of you are actually going to be going down to the beach side. Maybe it's going to be nice weather where you are. Even if it's not necessarily nice, even if it's gloomy, Spirit's still showing me you kind of being around rock pools is what's going on here. Exploring the beach side, exploring areas as part of your relaxation, maybe just a weekend getaway. For some of you, it could actually be the whole week that you get away, or you've got family that live near the beach, live near the seafront. I'm being shown that as well. So yeah, being able to be around fresh air is really, really good. If you're not able to be around the sea, I'm being shown lakes. So spend some time just getting that quality energy. That's very, very, it's part of your well-being. It's good to be out in nature. And Spirit saying, yes, some of you are going to the seaside, some of you essentially are spending, just being able to kind of get some fresh air, and you'll start to see kind of those negative energies lift. Feeling down, that's necessarily not going to be the significant mood that's being shown this week. So that's really, really important. Friendships, so some of you are spending time with friends, maybe having a get together, and being shown friends coming round, just maybe even for a quiet night in as well. is what Spirit's showing me here as well. So yeah, there's a lot of I'm gonna say easy breezy activities happening this week just to help you reconnect, to help you relax here. And I'd just say, yeah, go for it, take the full force. Also, spending time away from work is quite important, because I think a lot of you do have very busy jobs, but maybe that's the shame here, that you're not spending time with family, your husband, your partner and kids. Spirit saying it's time for you to reconnect, it's time for you to switch off from work and maybe material things, and just get down to the basics, the simple things in life here, and just enjoy the simplistic part of your family life. And best things in life are for free: going out for walks with your partner, with your children, with your friends. But overall, it's a really, really good week. It's about going back to basics, being in love with your friends, being in love with your partner, being in love with your life, being in love with the simple things in life. So yeah, guys, let me know how you get on. But that's your weekly reading, weekly guidance and predictions over the next 7 days. Please do leave comments behind, and please do subscribe, as I'll be doing more videos. Many thanks. Okay, for those that have picked group 2, we've got be spontaneous, letting go, memories, the 8 of coins, 4 of swords, and the Hierophant. So for you guys, it's another good week. I do sense a lot of hard work going in this week for you guys that have picked group 2. So you're quite focused. Maybe it's about focused on money, focused on project that you're doing, focused on work. You've also got money coming in, so you guys can expect some sort of financial reward coming in. Maybe you get a bonus this week, so you can expect that. Or maybe you're just getting payday, but you're going to be getting quite good money. But essentially, work is on the forefront of your mind, and it's not in a negative way. I'm actually being shown working really hard. So for some of you, it's money. Some of you, it's news of promotions, news of moving ahead, moves really that of reward and success here. So we've got success, we've got abundance over you guys this week. We've also got the 4 of swords here, so it's about taking a break. So I feel like a lot of you have been working very hard, maybe over the last few months, the few years whilst in the pandemic. You haven't really been able to catch a break, essentially, in terms of maybe spending time with friends, just spending time with yourself. And that 4 of swords energy is about resting, it's about meditation. So Spirit's saying, you are going to be rewarded for really good hard work, but make sure you also take time out. Maybe you can use that money that you're getting here as part of your reward package. So this week I am being told that it's quite important for you guys to take a break. Meditation is really important, maybe some sort of spiritual practice here, and keep on highlighting spirituality. So if you guys do meditation, if you pray, this is a really, really a good week for you guys to do so. And Spirit's also speaking about if you kind of maybe had any goals you wanted to manifest, this is the week that you can actually start to get those prepared, because you've got a lot of abundance here, is what they're showing me in Spirit. And with that Hierophant energy, we've also got spirituality. So some of you maybe are going to be visiting houses of worship, or maybe just going back to tradition with family. So I know a lot of people, depending on your culture, traditions, you might not necessarily practice a certain tradition or a certain spiritual practice, but I do see you kind of going home. That could actually physically mean going home, or essentially it could just mean metaphorically, spiritually, maybe you're practicing or going back to tradition, kind of practices, whether it's maybe prayer or things that were sort of done in your family with that Hierophant energy. Essentially, it's about community. Some of you could be reaching out to people maybe that are quite spiritual this week, and meeting up and talking about these sort of things, because I am being told about community is quite important as well. Spiritual practice is really important. For some of you, your spiritual practice is giving back to the community, giving back to service. So I do see some of you maybe looking to see where you can volunteer. Some of you are actually going out there and doing the volunteering here, and it's all part of your spiritual practice of that 4 of swords, which is perfect. And Spirit saying yes, go for it. If recharging means that you're volunteering at a local charity, volunteering at a certain event, that's perfectly fine. I actually do see some of you doing that with that Hierophant energy there as well. Also, Spirit bringing in relationships here. So if maybe some of you have been needing a break, or you have been maybe going through a lot of arguments, maybe disagreements with partners, disagreements with friends, Spirit saying it's time to let that go, to let that bad energy go. That 4 of swords energy is actually going to help. Maybe it's about taking a break from that contention. taking a break of maybe what's going on, because we do have commitment. That Hierophant energy does mean commitment. It does mean Eight of Coins. So maybe some of you do need to take a break from your relationships, from your friendships, to recharge, really focus on what's really important, and then eventually coming back in stronger, coming back more focused on what you both want, and being able to actually be stronger for it with that Hierophant energy, because that's commitment. Some of you are receiving commitment this week. Maybe you've been really working hard at a relationship. You and your partner, love interest, have been putting in the work. This is the week where you solidify everything. We've got the Hierophant energy. We've got the Eight of Coins energy, which is about dedication and commitment and putting in that effort. So this week, you guys can actually expect that to come in. With that Four of Swords, some of you could be taking a break, going away with your loved ones, going away with your partner, going away with friends as well. That Four of Swords, it's about sort of just taking time to relax, taking time to make your own mental health stronger, your own spiritual practice, just feeling free. So that's really, really positive as well. I've also got here that maybe visits to the dentist, maybe visits to hospital appointments, nothing negative, but that could also be coming up with that Four of Swords energy, because it can also highlight hospital visits or dental appointments, anything like that. So that could, maybe you're booking something in there for you guys. I'm going to go to Oracle cards. We've got the card of Be Spontaneous. So yeah, so this week, Spirit's urging you to maybe live a little in a way, take a risk. So maybe because you've been working hard, you've been very much dedicated, you're very much committed, but they're speaking about maybe having a bit more, being a bit more spontaneous, doing things that you're not maybe used to, going to a dance class, a cooking class, a language class. Just try to spice it up, because you've been working so hard and they don't want you to be stuck in a rut. They want you to really be able to live it up and really enjoy your life. You know, my spirit's always saying, humans, you know, we are very lucky. You know, our souls live forever, but essentially our time on this planet is not forever. It's not guaranteed. So I don't want you wasting any time with it. They want you to be out there living, having new experiences. This week is about being spontaneous, having new experiences, whether it's just by yourself with that Four of Swords energy, or whether it's with loved ones. And you've got a lot to celebrate, because you've got a week of abundance here, which means you're receiving good news, you're receiving rewards, recognition. So whatever you've been working hard at, you've been working really, really well, you've been working very good, and therefore you deserve to be rewarded, you deserve to treat yourself, you deserve to take a break and really, really just kind of be in touch with yourself and, you know, just doing what you need to do. We've also got the card of letting go. So some of you are letting bad habits go, you're letting people go, but I don't necessarily think it's actually in a negative way. It could actually be letting relationships go for some of you. Maybe some of you have been putting in the work, you've done all that you can, you've been committed, but your partner hasn't, or your love interest hasn't. Spirit's saying that this is the week where you let go of those memories that have been haunting you, that relationship that's been haunting you. You let go, but letting go in this sense is actually very, very positive. I'm not being shown you being angry, being bitter, being negative. It almost feels like a sigh of relief is what they're showing me spiritually here. Like, you actually feel relieved. So that's a positive. You're able to let go of things that have been weighing you down, whether it's people, whether it's been a person, and allowing yourself to get in touch with your own inner self and just spending time with yourself as well here. So yeah, so letting go is really key. It's really, really important. Maybe it's letting go of the ideals that you've had about yourself, maybe the perfection ideologies that you have, and Spirit saying let them go. Enjoy your life. Yes, do work hard, but at the same time you have to enjoy life. And memories are important things. They're saying there's two things. So some of you will be using this week to make a lot of memories. You know, some of you are going traveling, some of you are receiving good career prospects here. There's spirituality here, there's commitments, could even be engagements here is what I'm being shown with that Hierophant energy. So you're very much making memories this week, or very much significant memories that you are going to think about for your lifetime, or the next kind of few months, or the next few years, essentially, is what Spirit's saying. But yeah, so if memories are weighing you down about certain people, certain situations, Spirit's saying that this week you'll be able to let go of that negative energy. But essentially, for the majority of you, I do see you making really, really good memories. I do see memories that are to do with the community. So some of you are going back home. There could be family events, family parties going on here. Maybe you're researching family trees, researching traditions. There's a lot to learn. You're learning a lot here with that Hierophant energy. It's also about knowledge. So some of you maybe are doing a course essentially here, or you're deciding to do a course this week, or you're teaching yourself things, and you are going to be feeling quite rewarded, quite happy with it. For some of you, it's just necessarily about very much working hard on a certain thing, and you've almost kind of mastered that craft, and you want to be the best in that area, and I do see that. But at the same time, Spirit's urging for a break, time away, and I do see some of you actually going away, taking, whether it's a weekend. Some of you are just spending time at home, meditating, practicing a lot of self-care. Self-care is quite important for you guys too. But as well as being spontaneous, do things that you wouldn't necessarily do. Maybe they're actually saying that some of you, if you want to have, write down things that you want to do, put it in a hat, and then maybe just pick one thing, and then that way you're committed to doing that thing this week as well. But it's about letting go. Letting go is key here. So we're letting go of bad negativity. We get letting go of potentially maybe bad energy around yourself that you've had about yourself. If it's about relationships with other people, this is the week where you're able to let that go. If memories have been almost like affecting you, Spirit's saying that, you know, you've got the power, you're very strong, and you can do anything you want to do, and life is short, and it's not worth you being stressed or upset over anybody else. So memories, yes, making memories, also letting go of memories that bring you grief or pain. But essentially it's about there's greatness, there's abundance around you. We've got money in terms of abundance, we've got feeling good, we've got commitment here, we've got spending time with people, we've got people that are volunteering, we've got people that are solidifying relationships here. So all in all, another good week for you guys that are in group 2, which is good to see. Please do leave comments down below and let me know how you get on. So if those that have picked group 3, we've got gratitude, we've got trust, we've got awareness, we've got the 7 of Swords, 7 of Coins, Ace of Coins here. So yes, the week ahead, Spirit's just saying that you guys need to be a little bit careful, a little bit vigilant about who's around you. We do have that 7 of Swords energy, which I don't really particularly like. I think it's a sword of somebody taking advantage, someone who knows what they're doing, sneaking around behind your back, somebody who's basically knows what they're doing is wrong and feels that they can get away with it. So I'm not saying it's your close family or friends. It could necessarily be to do with work. It could be your partner. It could be to do with friendships. They're just saying go with your intuition. Very much have a little bit of vigilance this week, because things could be going on to undermine you, and it could even be in the signing of contracts. So if some of you are signing contracts, looking for a new job, the Spirit's saying please just read that fine print, please look a bit more into it. If you're suspicious about anything, your intuition isn't necessarily feeling calm about certain situations, they want you to take the time this week to look a bit more into it. And I'm not saying you need to be paranoid, but I'm just saying that if something doesn't feel right, and we've got that 7 of Swords energy, then you can actually potentially look a bit more further into things, because, Spirit doesn't lie, and Spirit's saying that we've got that 7 of Swords energy, and we've got that trust card as well here. So with that trust card, it's saying that there's something around you or somebody around you that you can't trust. So you have to have some sort of self-awareness with that awareness card. So this week, there are very important key words here. It's about trust, awareness, and not being taken advantage of. So there is people around you, or it could be to do with just even work. Something is going on this week that's undermining you, that's underhand, that's going to affect you. Maybe not this week, maybe in the long run, because somebody around you is sneaking around. Somebody isn't telling you the truth, and they're doing it on purpose, and they know full what they're doing. So Spirit's saying just be careful this week. They've got money around as well. So if maybe somebody just asked to borrow money, I wouldn't always kind of recommend that you'd say no. But if it's someone that you don't trust, then Spirit, then just be careful, because you might not get that money back. If it is maybe somebody that's been a bit hot and cold, they're just saying have a bit deeper look into it, because there could be somebody else around with that 7 of Swords energy, or it could just be somebody who's taking advantage. So this week, it's very much about you putting up your boundaries, knowing who you are, knowing your worth, knowing your self-esteem, and putting in boundaries. I'm not saying you have to break away from all friendship or relationships, but Spirit's saying have your own self-awareness here, put up your boundaries, don't let people walk all over you. And this week, somebody will be trying to do that, or certain situation, environment will be trying to do that. So you have to be the one that, stands up for yourself. You have boundaries for yourself, and you say no, I will not tolerate this behavior anymore, or I will not be involved in such underhanded information. So yes, that's the first thing that I've been told here by Spirit. So guys, just be on the lookout for that. Just be aware. We've got the 7 of Coins here, and it's about waiting. So I think some of you are waiting on a person this week. You're waiting on someone, and maybe this person's lied to you or has said things to you. So just be careful, because when you have that 7 of Swords, this is somebody that you don't necessarily need to trust in everything that they're saying until you can verify it for yourself, because the Seven of Coins is essentially about waiting. You feel like you've invested time and now you're waiting to reap those rewards, but essentially maybe it's not as straightforward as you think, because we do have that Seven of Swords energy. So have a deeper look and see what's going on there. And it's not necessarily about relationships. It could also be about jobs, about things. Maybe you've been offered a promotion and they're sort of dangling that carrot in your face, and Spirit's saying that, just have a deeper look into that this week, and you are going to have awareness. So whatever's going on that's underhand, there is going to be a level of awareness that's coming up here as well. And alternatively, if you are maybe called on to do something that maybe either you lose somebody's respect or somebody's trust, Spirit saying that you are better than that, do not do that. That Seven of Swords energy will not only stab that person, but it will also stab you in the back. So just be careful that if you are maybe seduced or kind of called upon to do something that you don't feel right with, that's something that doesn't agree with your morals or values, Spirit's just saying be careful, because you're above that, and the other person or something, that situation, you don't need to do anything underhand to be on top, essentially, is what Spirit's saying here. We've also got that Ace of Coins, so there's new beginnings also happening in your life here. So it's anyone that's applied for jobs, you can expect those offers to come in, but as I said, just be a bit due diligent. We're looking at that fine print, asking all the questions that you need to, that before you start this job, you know exactly what you need to do. They're also asking you to practice some gratitude. Some of you it's just about feeling grateful, but for a lot of you, Spirit's saying, maybe if you can every day, if not maybe once or twice a week, just journaling what you are grateful for, maybe just 3 things. If you can, for 3 things every morning, and then by the end of this week you are going to feel a shift, a major energy shift, because with gratitude does bring in a lot of abundance. So if you've been feeling stuck, been waiting on things, you are going to start to see those actually blockages being removed by Spirit, is what I've got going on here. If you've been waiting on things to do with your career, things to do with your job, they're saying that you haven't wasted your time. Those rewards will come back in, is what they're saying. So if you felt that there's been delays, Spirit's saying not to worry. Things will happen in due course and the right timing, is what they've got on here as well. So that Seven of Coins, it's not necessarily bad. It is a card about waiting patiently, and you've kind of done all that you need to do, but at the same time they're saying that yes, things will definitely work out. But on the other hand, they're saying that don't just be focused on one thing. They're saying, yes, you've watered this plant, you've done all that you can. Don't just sit there and watch it bloom. They're saying do other things, because essentially being focused on something that strongly, like something that you wanting to manifest something so strongly, actually will keep your energy stuck. So they're saying go out there, live life, focus on other projects. Maybe it's a business plan that you've got, business idea waiting for those investors. Go and speak to other investors. Maybe it's a relationship. This is someone that's not treating you right here and you're only focusing on them. Spirit says go out there, live your life this week, spend time with your friends, speak to other people if you're not in a committed relationship and you're waiting on them. They're saying that don't put your eggs in one basket, essentially. Yes, things are going to work out. You're watering that plant, but essentially there is more outside of just this thing that you're waiting for. There is more life to be given, life to be lived as well. So that's really, really key. But we do have that Ace of Coins. We do have new beginnings. We do have things coming up on the horizon. So so you've got an abundance. So you've got energy blocks lifting. We do have some negative energy here with that Seven of Swords energy. Somebody is plotting against you, or essentially doing things that you are not going to be pleased to find out, but you are going to find out, because you're going to listen to your intuition, you're going to speak up, and trust. Trust is a very key word, but they're saying that you shouldn't just trust people without having kind of proof or validation. If something feels wrong, then it is. And just I speak to your guides, speak to your spirit this week, guys, and group 3. Overall, yes, you've got a warning here, but essentially next week's going to be a good week. Results will come in gradually for some of you. Some of you are still waiting, but they're saying just don't focus on that waiting. Go out there, go and do certain things, go and live life, go and work on certain projects. Maybe you've been focused on being promoted. Spirit's saying that this might not be the right time or the right week, essentially. But, eventually things will definitely work out, but they want your energy to be focused on other things, because you've done all that you can. You've watered that plant, it's blooming. There's nothing else that you can do. If you're waiting on someone, waiting on contact, they're saying let it go. There's nothing else you can do. leave it. You know, you've done all that you can do. It's up to that person to reciprocate your feelings, reciprocate that contact. So that's what we've got this week. So this week is about practicing gratitude, things that you are grateful for, whether it's your job, health is wealth, being grateful for just waking up in the morning, the sun shining. So they want you to be able to practice a bit more gratitude, just spending a little bit more time with yourself as well. But overall, from what they're showing me, it's a positive week, minus that Seven of Swords energy. But you know, it's a warning. It's a good thing that they've shown it to you, so that you can be alert, you can have some awareness of what's going on around you. You're not just kind of trusting people kind of up front and kind of in their face, but essentially you're spending time kind of to review the situation, spending time to kind of review whatever it is that kind of you're being asked to do. If you are being asked to do things that are wrong, that you know are wrong, they're saying have your boundaries and say no, and you will actually feel the better for it, essentially. So it's not all about kind of pleasing other people, but it's also that Seven of Swords, and it could be about yourself. Maybe you're betraying yourself by pleasing other people. So just have some self-awareness this week that you don't have to do that. You know, it's all about being able to receive and being able to give, but that also applies to yourself, that you need to look after yourself and your values and your inner being, your soul, because you know your intuition is your soul. It's always speaking to us. If something is wrong, you know it's wrong. If you're doing something that you know you are going to feel shame and regret over, you will know, you'll have that feeling in the pit of your stomach. But essentially, for the majority of it, is people around you that, you know, are taking kind of your kindness for greatness. Sorry, you're taking your kindness as a bit of a weakness, that, you know, you're not watching enough, you trust them. So just kind of take off those rose-coloured glasses off, guys, and just have a look at that situation. But overall, it's positive. You might feel like things are just kind of chugging along nicely, but that's good. That's what you want. But overall, yeah, please let me know how you get on, and please do leave comments below, and please do subscribe, as I'll be doing more videos. And thank you guys for watching, and have a lovely, lovely, lovely week. Thank you. Bye.